Hello, and welcome to a BMC Mainframe Solution System Management training session. In today's session, we'll be reviewing creating custom containers in MainView Explorer. Let's go ahead and get started. First, we'll want to open our MainView Explorer session. Once inside MainView Explorer, we'll want to think about the container that we want to create. As you can see here, I have a custom container already opened. This is a DB2 container. We'll create something similar. To start, we'll go up to File and click on Create View Container. Next, we'll give it a name. Here we'll call it DB2 Test and hit OK. Now you can see we have a DB2 Test Container tab started. Now that we have the tab created and a custom container started, we'll want to select the views that we want as part of our container. For this example, I'm going to use a dashboard, an exception report, buffer pool regions, system overview, as well as a chart of the system overview. So we go to our products, we select the context we want to use. Here we'll use DB2. I will select the DB2 I want to use. Here I'll select DJJ1 and I'll set my context. And then I'll look for the views that I want to use. So if you know the view you want to use, you can simply enter the command, or you can use the locate function. Here I'll click locate. It brings up a pop-up of all the views available to me, and then I'll search for STDASHB, and that's the status dashboard. So we'll scroll down. We will find STDASHB. This is our DB2 dashboard. We'll select it, we'll click Launch View when located, and then we'll hit OK. Now the view opens and we have our dashboard. We can right click on this and we'll say Mark for Configuration. Now you can see that there's a small asterisk in the right corner, and that indicates that this view is marked for configuration. After we mark for configuration, we can then take the tab of the view we opened and drag it onto our container tab. Now that we've dragged it onto the container tab, we have the first view that will be part of our container. Now that we have our first view inside of our custom container, we can start adding our additional views. For this one, I'd like to use the STEXC view, which gives us views on exceptions. So I'll double click that. It will open the view. Again, we'll click Mark for Configuration, and we'll drag and drop it into the DB2 test container. Next, I want to add a buffer pool view. So again, we'll right click, we'll do Locate View. We will find the BFRPL view. BFRPL we want. Here we go, buffer pool statistics. Again, click Launch View when located and click OK. The view has now come up. Again, we'll right click and select Mark for Configuration, and we will drag that and drop it into our DB2 test container. Next, I'd like the system overview. So we will right click, locate view, and we will find sysover. Now that we have sys overview, which is the DB2 activity overview, we will click OK. Again, we will mark for configuration, and we will drag and drop into our container. For this view in particular, I'd like to see the data for the last 24 hours, so I'll go ahead and give this view a command of time space 24. That will give me a view of all the information that was available over the past 24 hours. To have the view give the time I wanted, all I'll do is double click on the sys overview, and then I'll right click, I'll hit enter command, and then I'll type the command I wanted to use, which is time space star space star space 24H to indicate 24 hours. Then I hit OK. And now you see that we have all of the information for 15-minute intervals over the last 24 hours. Now I can minimize this screen by double clicking again on the top, and we're back to our container. Now, the last item I wanted for our view was a graph of the information in the sysover. To gather that information, all I do is click on the view, I double click, and then I right click and say open chart. And now you can see that we have a chart on the right. Now, if we want to edit this chart, all we need to do is double click and then right click for properties. Once we select the properties, we're giving the ability to edit our chart. Once we are ready, we can edit our chart to have any of the information we like. So for example, I prefer a 2D line graph, and I also prefer the items to be adjusted. So if I want just one Y item or a different X item, I can edit that here. Please take a look at our other MainView Explorer custom graphing YouTube video to find out more on adjusting the custom graphs. So now that I have the container built that I'm interested in seeing, I want to save it. To save the container, all I have to do is go to File, Save Configuration. Once inside of the save configuration, I can decide what library I want to save it to. In this case, I'll save it to my user lib, and I can decide which user lib I want to save it to. For this, I will choose sys over G. I can update the file name. I can update the description. I can choose an initial context. Here we have DJJ1. I can also include only marked views in configuration. Those are the views that we set for configuration earlier. And I can also set a default configuration to start at the start of a session. So if we built this new DB2 test container and I want that to come up every time I start, I would select this option here. Finally, I would select replace member if it's already existed, if I want to save over an old configuration I previously had. So we can go ahead and hit save, and now our configuration has been created. Now, the next time we come into MainView Explorer, this container should come right up. And we'll test that by exiting out of MainView Explorer to ensure that our new container opens once we start our MainView Explorer session. We'll go ahead and close our current session. Remember, we've already saved our configuration. We'll hit OK, and then we will start a new MainView Explorer session. We will take a second here while the prompts come up. We will then log in. MainView Explorer will take a second, but it'll launch. And we can see at time of launch, our DB2 test configuration is here right at the start, just as we had hoped. So this tool can be used for any of the various subsystems. It's not limited to DB2. You can set a container for any of the options you'd like to see. So with that, I'll end our video for today. Thank you everyone for joining. I would welcome you to reach out to your MainView software consultant for assistance on this, or to watch any of our other MainView Explorer related videos on the BMC YouTube channel. Please like and subscribe to the channels, and please let us know if you'd like any help. Thank you for watching, and have a great day.